women hate men because we have struggled to exist in a world where we are not lusted after without there ever being like an intention of being genuinely known.
This idea that women don't want to be lusted after is such garbage. Women only say that about men that they don't like.
I will never have children. I will always prioritize my career and my life over finding a man or having a family.
This is the young, attractive woman who has been completely brainwashed into thinking she's doing something good for herself.
Men are not conditioned to do equal partnership. Men are conditioned to control and dominate.
It's not an equal partnership because you're different, right? You expect that guy to lead.
So here I am making pancakes and bacon for my daughter, and my husband walks in once again. Oh, can you make me some? Yeah, sure, I can. How about this, sir? Here's your bacon, and here's your pancakes.
Can we all acknowledge that this is a woman who hates her husband? This went viral, and the reason that it went viral is because the husband saw the video and some went down. Let's see what she has to say. Hello, everyone. Welcome to a brand new episode of the Jedediah Bila Show. I'm here. I've got the flannel. Seasons are a-changin', as you know. Today's show is packed with yummy, delicious modern woman treats. Y'all ready? All right, we're going to dig right in. The first one is something that went viral. Oh, man. And there's a video, then there's the aftermath. So let's hit that first one, Ben. Y'all ready? I don't know. Let's try it.
So here I am making pancakes and bacon for my daughter, and my husband walks in once again. It seems like this is a regular, that he walks in during breakfast thinking that I'm going to make him something. He's like, what are you making? I'm like, pancakes, bacon. Oh, can you make me some? Yeah, sure, I can. How about this, sir? Here's your bacon, and here's your pancakes. How about you make the yourself?
And I would have said, here's a job application. How about you pay your mortgage yourself?
I don't know in what world these men live in, thinking that their wives are supposed to be cooking for them. Absolutely not. I'm cooking for me and my daughter. You, sir, could cook for yourself. Oh, but you could put a couple more bacon strips in the air fryer for me. Okay, the same way that I could do it, sir, you could do it too. Grab the bacon, put it in the air fryer. But he has to wait till this is done because he's not putting it with my food.
The way I would have FedEx her ass out that house, baby, you would have hit the porch before the tracking number updated.
Plus, the food that I buy is with my food stamps. It's not with yours. It's not with your money. It's with mine. So if you want food, why don't you go buy it yourself and then cook it? I'm not giving you food that I buy. That's ridiculous. And last I recall, you're not on my EBT case, so you are not getting this.
Report her ass to the government, because how you getting EBT?
Okay. Now, I left in, you can see that we found the original video. I actually found the original, but I thought it was hilarious. This woman that comes in and makes the comments. I was like, oh, I got to leave that in because she's just too funny. So can we all acknowledge that this is a woman who hates her husband? Right now, we don't know the backstory. We don't know why. We don't know what went down. We do know they're both on food stamps. So something like is going on that's not great, right? She has such disdain for him that throwing a couple of extra slices of bacon in her air fryer or putting maybe a little bit of extra batter in there to get a pancake or two for him is too much for her. Now, what I love about these ladies, is that not only are they like doing this hateful stuff in their own house, like why are you with this guy if you loathe him to such an extent? But they're making the videos and putting the videos out there front and center for everyone, including the husbands, to see. There's not a lot going on upstairs, if you know what I mean, that they don't take the time to consider that maybe he's going to see that and there's going to be some price to pay in some way. So she obviously hates him. She doesn't appreciate this guy. Now, forget about the fact that they're both on food stamps. I don't know what's going on there, right? But she doesn't appreciate this guy at all enough to even do the smallest of tasks. Now, imagine you're in the kitchen. Imagine just really the bacon's right there and you're sticking it in an air fryer, right? You realize it's like seconds to throw an extra couple of slices in there. She's also resentful of him, it seems. You know, the money is like my money and then your money, and a very strange situation going on in the house. This went viral, and the reason that it went viral is because a video popped up. Guess what happened, y'all? The husband saw the video and some went down.
I do not cook for my husband. I only cook for my children. My husband will be making his own breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Number 2, I do not help him pay any bills. So if he is short on the rent, on utilities, or anything like that, it is not my problem. I will not be helping him out. His job is to provide for his family, so I am not financially contributing to any of the bills. I do not do his laundry. I have my own laundry and my children's laundry to do, so he could do his own. I won't help him put it away. I won't help him fold anything. That's his responsibility. I've been crying all morning long. My husband told me that I needed to pack my stuff and get the out the house. So I have my bag, and I'm about to start packing. I literally have nowhere to go, so I don't know what I'm gonna do.
The aftermath. Okay, he saw the videos and he was like, "Get the F out, honey." What in God's name did you think was going to happen? That you made this video, people are going to see it who know. I mean, how deeply humiliating is this? Now, what's important to note in this one, in the first video, we don't get enough context. In this video, we get the context that she believes that his job is to provide for his family. And yet, even though she believes it's his job to provide, meaning financially is what she's talking about, it's not her job, in her view, to do any laundry, to fold any clothes. She won't do his clothes. She'll do her clothes and the daughter's clothes, but not his. So, honey, should he maybe just provide a roof over the head of him and his daughter and leave you out in the cold? Honestly, I mean, when he pays the water bill, should it just be for them to bathe and not you? I'm asking a serious question. When he, why is he supposed to provide for you, but you have to give nothing in return? You just made 2 whole videos bitching and moaning that you didn't want to cook a couple of extra slices of bacon and a pancake for this guy, but you say that he's supposed to provide for you. So this is where my problem lies, right? This is where it is. The expectation that this guy is supposed to do. And yes, you know what? He should be providing for his family. He should be. But he shouldn't be with an ingrate wife that's saying, well, I'm not going to fold your clothes and I'm not going to cook you any meals and I'm not going to do this and I'm not going to do. Well, why would he want to do anything for you? That's layer number 1. Layer number 2 is how disgusting do you have to be to make these videos? You made these videos thinking there was going to be no consequence. Well, you know what? He got wind of it. He didn't want to be humiliated. And he's like, well, screw you. Get out, right? I'm done. You don't appreciate me. You don't want to do anything for me. You have expectations of me. I'm not supposed to have expectations of you. I'm not living like this. You humiliated the guy is what you did. And then you're sitting there sobbing, wondering what went wrong. Can you maybe put the puzzle pieces together and figure out how you wound up in this predicament now? And we all watch it and no one wants to see this woman cry. It's kind of like a horrible thing, right? To watch a woman crying. It's like, you don't know you're like, ooh, what do I do? It's just such a, right? Am I not, even me, I want, ooh, But at the same time, you made your bed, honey. You're being a total ingrate, nasty, obnoxious, mean, ungrateful, having high expectations of wanting to do nothing in return. Where was this going to land you? Well, I'll tell you, she thought she was going to get away with it. She thought she's probably so mean to this guy in the house every day over and over and over again. And he takes it. But she thought, well, I'm going to make videos. No, he's not going to do anything. It's different, honey, because now you told the world, right? So this guy was putting up with your crap and now you told the world and he's humiliated front and center for the world at large. Well, guess what, honey? Didn't work out so well for you, did it? So tell me, y'all, in the chat, do you feel sorry for her? Do you? Do you feel sorry for the guy? I want to know. Let me know. Hit that subscribe button for me. Hit that like button. You want to. The show is doing amazing. By the way, we are rolling out some awesome stuff. I just tweaked some stuff. I want to create a little something special. We've been tweaking it, making it better because I want it to be something you're all really going to enjoy. So hit that subscribe, hit that like button, let the algorithm know we mean business. Get in the comments, get in the chat, and keep it feisty. All right, number 2. Ooh, this is a good one. Let's hit it.
I have another hot take, and that is that the dating pool for women who want to date men actually isn't any worse than it ever has been. In fact, I think it's a good sign that women are single more often and for longer, because it doesn't mean that men have gotten any worse. It's that women have gotten better when it comes to our standards, our boundaries, our self-worth, and we're not accepting the bare minimum anymore.
Okay, there's a lot here in a very short video. So let's first deal with her saying, it's better that women are single for longer, single more often and single for longer. Honey, they're lonely. These women get so lonely, especially as they get older and as they see other women having families, having children, all this stuff. So this idea of the always single career woman with these super high expectations, up here, that she, doesn't really have to bring anything to the table that a guy actually wants, but she's got, her bag and she's got her career and she's got her apartment. And the image of this as being a happy woman is just such phony bullcrap. These women are the ones that drink. They're the ones that take Xanax. They're the ones that can't sleep at night. They're the ones that, are constantly looking for some type of substance to replace the empty vacuum inside their heart and soul from living like that and from pretending like it's enough, or pretending that it somehow replaces having a good man, having a good family, having a life that's, full of enrichment, real enrichment, not this crap that, this tinsel crap that city girls often fill their lives with. And I know because I did it, right? To make them feel a certain type of way, and it doesn't work. Secondly, let's talk about this. These better standards. What are these better standards that she talks about? Well, this is their new, ultra picky everything. This is the, I need a guy that makes X amount of money. If she makes this amount of money, you got to make this amount of money. And it just keeps, right? It's not better standards like, I want a man who treats me well. I want a man who's respectful. I want a man. No, it's like, I want a man who wears these kinds of clothes. I want a man who makes, substantially more money than I do. And because women are now making more money, you know what that does, right? So what you have is a whole bunch of really average women winding up alone and winding up unhappy because they're boxing themselves out of all these guys that they now have convinced themselves aren't good enough for them. Now, are these guys good enough? Yeah, in many cases, yeah, honey. You don't have you don't have a healthy sense of yourself. You're looking in the mirror and your ego's inflated and all that. You don't have a healthy sense of self to say, you know what, these guys, it's a hardworking guy, he's a nice guy. Is he perfect? No. Am I perfect? No. You know what? He'd be a good cat. You don't have that lens anymore. Now it's like you want this all the time. So these better standards are unrealistic standards. They're, super high expectations of men that box these women out of a whole bunch of men. And then you wind up with a bunch of average women that are, 40 years old, alone, childless, and, drinking wine to put themselves to sleep at night. That is what city life looks like. People, by the way, who can't relate to that, spend some time in New York City. I was there my whole life. You know how many women are like that? You know how many women? What I'm describing is their reality. They're lying to you if they say otherwise. So bottom line is this advice. I don't know where women get this crap from, but this advice about, just keep your standards super, super, super duper high. Follow those women and see what they're saying in 5 to 10 years. I guarantee you they're saying in a different tune. Or they're like, I don't understand. I was open. I was waiting for the guys just weren't there. They'd probably be no ownership of the fact that they brought themselves from point A to point B. But regardless, watch what those videos look like. They won't be so happy and smiling. You're going to see the tears rolling down them cheeks. Let's just say that. Hit that subscribe button again for me and hit that like button. All right. This is, number 3. Let's do it. I'm not going to say a word.
It's so funny because most of my following on this count are men that would probably actually hate me in real life. I will never have children. I will always prioritize my career and my life over finding a man or having a family. I am a feminist and a liberal. Don't run too fast.
Okay. There were a lot of notes on this video. People were like, is this like a mental patient? Like, she just reads kind of odd. I would assume she looks like she's on something, right? Others say, is she about to cry? Is this what is going on here exactly? But this is the message, right? This is the young, attractive woman who has been completely brainwashed into thinking she's doing something good for herself, right? She really believes, I'm not going to have kids and I'm going to prioritize my career and I'm not going to, prioritize, getting picked. Yeah, that's right. I said it, by a good man. And I don't care about any of that. Like family, I'm just going to do me, and they're kind of dazed and confused in some sort of I don't know, is that some sort of Xanax induced world you're in, honey? I don't know. And they say that and they repeat it to themselves over and over and over again until you know what happens. Their insides just don't accept it anymore. And one day they wake up, they look in the mirror and they're looking a little shriveled, right? Just a tad shriveled. And they say, oh my gosh, was this just a bunch of bull? And they come front and center, face to face with the fact that they ate a whole bunch of crap. And now they're older. They're not in their peak attractiveness. They're lonely. They're feeling desperate. They're going out to the bar, having to compete with young women. The whole thing comes crumbling down and there's nothing they can do about it at that point, right? Then it's just desperation and crazy, just lunacy, right? So that's the first thing that came up for this video. Now, what do you think though? I'm curious. Is this, Oh, the other thing I wanted to bring up is also, let me write a little note to myself on the side of the page. She says that the guys that are following her, this is very important. She says that the guys that are following her would hate her, right? She says she's liberal, she's a feminist, she's all these things. So she thinks that these guys are following her because they want her to become like this trad wife or whatever, or they're secretly saying they want a trad wife, but they really want her who's a feminist, all this stuff. So that's why I tell you guys, they see you following them. And they get a little bit of a kick in their step knowing that. They see you giving them attention, giving them time, going in the comments. Even if you're saying stuff that's like, honey, you need to check yourself or whatever, or listen, that doesn't define me. Or, blah, blah, blah. Let me write another note to myself. Man alive, I have so many notes today. There's a comment I got I want to share with you. Even if you're going in there and you feel like you're defending guys, or you're defending yourself, frankly, because you feel attacked in some way, or you're letting her know, hey, listen, actually, you know what? I'm a masculine man and I wouldn't be into that. Whatever it is, the fact that you're on that video, the fact that you're scrolling on her page, the fact that you're giving her time is an ego boost, because they love to be loved and they love to be hated, because it's all energy. It's all giving them more power and more clout and more clicks and more views. So guys, I always tell you, they know you're watching. Just the best thing you could do, ignore. Just saying. By the way, on that note, I got a message the other. We get a ton of messages on IG and everywhere. I don't see them all. Occasionally, someone on my team will send me one, and it's hilarious. And it's from one of the girls. We get messages from the girls in these videos sometimes. One of the girls who had spent quite a bit of time just ripping on guy, ripping, right? We had put a video up, and she's like, "Can you delete this? Because I'm getting some nasty messages." Listen, ladies, this is my message for the ladies out there. Y'all know you're listening. If you put it out there, you got to be able to take it. I know full well that I'm sitting here right now and I'm doing this show, and anyone can take what I'm saying and go and make fun of me, rip on me. I don't give the tiniest little lick, right? I know that. But because I'm putting this out there front and center, I'm leaving myself open to criticism. And I know that, right? This is the game. This is the name of the game. So, honey loves, listen, if you don't like that you're being talked about, first of all, think about what you're saying. Right? Is it something you want out there? Because someone's going to pick up on it and comment on it. Someone like me, someone like someone else. That's number one. So maybe think before you put it up. And secondly, once you put it out there, you're a grown-ass woman. All of y'all. Grown-ass women, right? We're not dealing with minors here. We're going to deal with adult women. Once you put it out there, it's subject to critique. You got to deal with it, right? You got to, come what may. Now, I tell people all the time, don't threaten, no violence, no threatening stuff. No, I don't even like curse and insults. I don't like any of that stuff, right? That's not my style. That's not what I'm here for. What I'm here for is to dismantle the propaganda and to dismantle the talking points. So I'm just letting you know that happens all the time to me. It's kind of funny. All right. We have a couple more videos, one of which is, I think, my favorite one of the show coming up. But first of all, I want to ask y'all a question because the holiday season is coming up. Do y'all cook? Do you cook, or do you have a woman in your life who cooks? Or are you the woman who cooks listening? Do you like olive oil? Olive oil is one of my favorite things to eat. I'm Italian. Some of y'all are Greek, Italian. Italians, raise your hand. Holla. Well, a lot of the olive oil that you get in the grocery store is rancid and is all of its nutrient density is depleted. By the way, I don't know if you know this, but olive oil sits on the shelves in grocery stores, sometimes for weeks, sometimes for months. Sometimes it's in plastic bottles and they leach plastic. Sometimes it's in glass bottles, but it's a combination oil, meaning it's not 100% olive oil. It's been mixed and blended with other oils that aren't good for you. Sometimes it's just been sitting too long and it's gone rancid, which means all the nutrient density down and all the stuff that you don't want brewing moves up and it starts to taste funny. You ever taste olive oil? You're like, not so good. Well, Casandrinos is my favorite olive oil. Hold on, I'm going to grab it. I had to. It's a new bottle too. Ooh, I like it. This is my favorite olive oil of all time. I absolutely love it. This is olive oil that comes from Greece. It has all the things. This is not only USDA organic and non-GMO verified, kosher, paleo, keto certified. They lab test every batch for purity. They test for glyphosate. They test for the polyphenol count. That's what makes olive oil healthy. Some of it has almost no polyphenols. This one is rich in polyphenols. They assure you through all of their transparency, that's listed right on their website, that this has been purity tested for you and that it's single source olive oil. Heart health, brain health, reducing inflammation, nourishing your body, all of that is so important to this company. It's incredible, so much so that you can go on their page. There were so many olive oils that got flagged for having phthalates, for having glyphosate. They actually went above and beyond to test those things and to show you that it's clean. So this is incredible. They test for BPA, everything. It's actually such an amazing find. You have someone in your life who loves to cook or loves to eat. This is such an incredible gift. I actually just got some for my mom for Christmas. I have a code for you. This is a big discount. This is 25% off. 25% off at Casandrinos.com/Jedediah. Casandrinos.com/Jedediah. And we're going to link it in the description and all of that. It tastes delicious. You cannot go wrong. Try it. Let me know when you try it. Do you taste the difference? I bet you do. I bet you do. All right. Next clip we are going to do is number 4. Number 4 is one of my favorites. Let's roll it.
I posted a video about not really respecting men's opinions or minds and unfortunately being attracted to them physically. And a lot of people are saying like, oh, now I get it. Like, that's how men have felt about us forever. And like the tides are really just changing. But I do think it's a little bit different because men hate us because they have like an unearned sense of entitlement to our bodies and attention and to be in relationships with us. And they've also been taught that we need them to like lead and provide. And now that women like don't really need that, they're like, wait, like what is my place in society? Like, why do these women not need me? Why do these women not want to be in relationships with me? Why do they not want to sleep with me? And women hate men because we have struggled to exist in a world where we are not abused or fetishized or stalked or worse or lusted after without there ever being like an intention of being genuinely known. So I do think it's a little different.
Oh my gosh. She's so brainwashed. Oh, I feel sorry for them. To a point. I feel sorry, and then I start to feel like, you know what, I don't. Never mind. So she had made a video talking about how she doesn't respect men's opinions and got, a lot of heat for it for many different reasons. I love the line where she says that, these women are tired of being lusted after. What a sack of shit. Okay? What a sack of shit. Women love, when it's the right guy, when it's a guy that they really like, and they love to be lusted after. Should I say we, right? We, because you know what? I love when my husband lusts after me, man. Ooh, yummy. Women want attention from men. That's why we, in all in stages of life, like right now I have a husband, so I will like dress cute, for him. Or if you're single out there, ladies, be honest with yourselves. You're single out there. You're not dressing for yourself. You want attention from men. You want to get picked. You want to get chosen. You want to get the attention that night. You want to get the drink spot for you. You want all of that. Or why else would you be doing it? So this idea that women don't want to be lusted after is such garbage. Women only say that about men that they don't like or men that are not attracted to you. Then you become a bother. If it's a guy they're attracted to you, then you're all about wanting to be lusted after. So don't say this crap. Or say it to somebody who actually believes you. They say this crap like they're talking to either really dumb young women who they're trying to now brainwash or guys, right? They think they're going to talk to you guys and you're going to just like believe them, right? You're talking to another woman like, this is shit, honey. This is such horse shit. Also, she will say all these things about how we no longer need a man to lead. Yes, you do, honey. Again, remember the clip we did about the island, the women-only island that the woman created? And it was amazing until started to go wrong and they had to import guys to fix it all. You do need men to lead. You do. You think you're leading because you're leading when it's easy. You're leading because you got your corporate job. Now you're climbing the corporate ladder, right? When shit hits the fan in your town, you never know what kind of Armageddon's coming our way now with the way this country's looking. Who's going to lead? You going to be front line, front and center? You going to be hiding behind all the guys like this, right? Let's just be honest. You do need men to lead. You do. And she's saying, oh, we don't need them, so guys don't know what to do anymore. What happened is guys don't know what to do because you became the men, right? You decided, you inflated all your masculine energy. You did the career climb. You decided you didn't want to stay home with the kids. You don't want to cook. You don't want to do anything around the house. You find that to be, slavery of sorts because Gloria Steinem told you it was and you ate it like a dummy, right? So now you're like, well, I want to, it's a man's world. I got to compete with a man. So guys are like, oh, well, I don't want to become the woman. So what the hell is in it for me now? Like, what? Like, a lot of them are just downright confused. A. B, you're ungrateful. So let's talk about what guys really don't like about women. She thinks that guys don't like this stuff. Like, oh, well, women, don't need you. And that's what you don't. No, actually, what guys don't like is, one, You're entitled, right? And you're not grateful, right? So you're entitled and you're ungrateful and you're unappreciative. That's one. Number two, you want authority without responsibility. We talk about that all the time. You want to be able to do this, do that, say this, boss everybody around, this, that, but you have no responsibility ultimately, right? You also want to claim that you're leading. And the second something serious happens, you call the guy and you expect him to run and jump and leap and fix everything for you, even though you've been degrading him the whole time, saying, I don't need you, right? That's another reason they can't stand you. And you want to be able to do whatever you want all the time, right? You want to be able to just be in your marriage and running the show. You want to do girls' night out half naked? Oh, okay. Well, I'm an independent woman, right? You don't want to answer to anyone. You don't want a man of the house to be a man of the house, right? Until shit hits the fan. And then you need that man of the house to protect your house because somebody's trying to break in and suddenly you're all damsel in distress. Ooh, right? Let's be honest. You're full of shit. You ate a lot of talking points. You do need men to lead. This is it's just like bull layered on top of bull, like a layer cake of bullshit, honey. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. You know, listen, sometimes somebody's got to say it, right? I could just say it with less emotion, but then I wouldn't be me. I wouldn't be Italian and it would be boring, right? Let's be honest. Okay. Last clip of the day. Ooh, I like this one. Let's do it. Ellen Chanted. Ooh, let's see what she has to say.
Most men are not looking for love from a woman. Most men are looking for the fawn response. See, because most men don't actually like women. They don't actually see us as their peers. They see us as these other creatures who are there to bring them pleasure, to up their social status, and to do labor for them. Love is the partnership between two equals. It's two people witnessing each other's journey. So that's going to look like someone genuinely trying to make you happy and someone genuinely trying to improve your life. Meanwhile, most men, when they're dating women, actively try to tear them down, actively try to trap them or ruin their self-esteem or do something so that they can't leave. Because men are not conditioned to do equal partnership. Men are conditioned to control and dominate. So that's what they try to do. And how do they do that? Just a few ways off the top of my head are negging, refusing to give compliments, refusing to take any interest in your interests, trying to spend as least time possible with you outside of the confines of like late at night bedroom activities. I had someone tell me that their friend's husband would literally fly to a different state when he knew that she was going to be having a day off so that he wouldn't have to help her with anything. They will either try to one-up you in every conversation, criticize everything you say or do and all of your life choices, or just disregard everything you say like it's unimportant. And the thing is that they know what they're doing. They understand that when they pull these psychological triggers, that we are conditioned to then try harder to gain and keep their affection. So the next time that he's mean to you, or just acts like he doesn't like you in any way, maybe he calls you names, maybe he makes fun of you, whatever it is, and you're tempted to just like brush it off and make excuses. He just grew up that way, whatever. Don't. Remember that he knows what he's doing and he wants to show you that he doesn't like you to make you behave a certain way. Is that really the kind of man you want to spend your time with?
Okay. Who hurt you, honey? I'm sorry. Who hurt you, honey? How many? Come on. The list has to be a mile long. The Lord, the damage is deep. Let's be honest, right? It is crazy. It's like her heart. Every experience she's had with a man and every experience everyone she knows that's had with a man has been terrible. Honey, who are you picking? Right? Don't you love that too? I'm a grown-ass woman. I have a good head on my shoulders. Blah, blah. Really? But you keep picking guys like that you're describing as total trash? Really? Or is your energy so freaking foul and in the dumps that's who's attracted to you because no decent man would give you time, being that you're just a total man-hater? Okay, so this idea that, men don't like women is so dumb and just like such a lazy talking point. Okay, yeah, men don't like women, honey. Oh, ha, ha, ha. It's stupid, dumb, not true. We can just like X that off right in the beginning. Okay, she talks about how in a relationship, you should want to make the other person happy, right? So I would ask her and want to improve their life. Okay, so what does that mean for a guy? And I guarantee you, if you ask her, she'll say things like, oh, guys should be supportive and loving and kind and generous. And, she'll have a list a mile long and maybe provide for that woman and keep her safe and, be able to provide for the household and to, whatever her list would be. But I would ask you, what is the list of how a woman is supposed to make a man happy and improve his life? Because when you ask them that, they give you a whole bunch of stuff that guys don't want. So what should that list look like? She should be loyal. She should be kind. She should be a great mom. She should want to keep a beautiful home. She should be a woman of virtue, meaning she doesn't have a past that's embarrassing to both herself and that man, right? That she wasn't the In-N-Out burger in college or popping her pee like Akasha's wife so beautifully told us all, over and over again. So that's what it should look like. Are women doing that? Are they doing that for men? No. They're not. Now, are there some doing it? Sure. But we see videos week after week, hundreds of thousands of videos of them being like, I'm not doing shit for you. I'm not doing what you need. I am an independent woman. You can take it or leave it okay. So you bring nothing to the table he gives a lick about, and yet you're expecting him to devote his whole life to making you happy and improving your life. It doesn't work like that, honey. Game over. Game over. She also talks about two equals. Men and women are not equal because men and women are not the same. You're not the same. I don't know how to break it to you, but what women need from men and what men need from women, it's not the same thing. And you can try to wrap your head around, you're going crazy, right? The curls on your hair are getting fried up because you're going insane trying to make it that, well, if a man gets, this, well, then I should get this. You're not the same. You need different things. You have different hormones. You have different timelines biologically when it comes to having children. You're different. You're different. Okay. And deep down inside, if your femininity wasn't dead, you would recognize and acknowledge that, right? And say, we are different. Okay. So it's not an equal partnership because you're different, right? You expect that guy to lead. You do. And you can say, well, no, I don't. I have a job. But really, when shit hits the fan, you expect that guy to lead. You expect that guy to protect your house or your apartment. You expect that guy, if you're walking down the street and somebody starts doing something a little shady, you expect that guy to stand up for you physically. Who's getting in the fight? You or him, right? And I'm not saying it shouldn't be him. I'm saying that it's him, and yet you won't acknowledge the fact that you are not in an equal partnership, right? He is leading for a reason, right? Men lead and women follow for a reason. It's not demeaning. It just is, right? Their biology is different. Their strength is different. So much is different about guys for a reason. In the same way that, well, as long as you're not dead inside these days, as some of these women are, you ideally would be more soft and more delicate and more feminine. Why? Because you're going to carry a child and that baby's going to come out and you're going to be mama, right? It's just crazy to me that they've lost sight of this. It's not an equal partnership. Men and women aren't the same. Men and women don't bring the same things to the table. Your expectations of men, all the hard stuff that's going to come, the scary stuff, the really hard stuff, the someone's got to, right? Now there's 2 children involved and somebody's got to work hard enough to put that food on the table. You're going to look to your guy. If he's not doing that, you're going to view him as faulty. You know it, right? Why? Why? Dig deep, ladies. Why? Because you want him to lead. And deep down inside, that's not your job, right? So much of what's going on in the world today is that women will not accept the differences. They're so diehard to be these guys, and they don't realize they can't do what a man can do because they're not men. Oof. Thank y'all for being here today. I got a little feisty. What can I say? Sometimes the Italian comes out, Get in the chat, hit that like, hit that subscribe, get feisty, get in the comments. Let YouTube know that this is a channel that wants to be heard, and it will be heard. And you will be heard. And so much is coming your way. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Every day I get told, don't tell him yet, Jed. Don't tell him what's... And I'm like, ooh, I'm not good with secrets. What can I say? Actually, I am really good at secrets. I'm Italian. You ever see the mob movies? Just saying. All right, see you soon. Bye.